Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar on cost-effective data transformation with Microsoft Fabric. Uh, I am Alex J Singh, Director of Technology for AI and ML practice here at Royal Cyber. With me, I have Abhishek Narayan, who is our data and AI specialist. We are excited to have you guys here as we dive into how Microsoft Fabric is redefining data management with AI-driven capabilities that not only enhance decision making, but also will optimize your cost. We have structured this session to provide a strategic insights to you. So here is the agenda for today. We'll quickly introduce about our company, Royal Cyber, and what challenges you face in traditional data management. We'll talk about Microsoft Fabric and how Copilot has an edge over smart decisions and making business better. We also will talk about how to save cost with Microsoft Fabric and some of the customer case studies. Uh, to introduce about Royal Cyber, we are IT consulting digital transformation company. We specialize in services, solutions, and software. We have more than 20 years of experience. We have employees globally. We have more than 2,500 employees around the world. We have more than 500 certified consultants. We operate around 5 continents, and we have more than 600 clients around the globe. Here are some of the technology stack, like leading technology providers who we have partnered with, including Microsoft, AWS, Google, on cloud, data automation, so on and so forth. Our clientele spans across various industries, including manufacturing, retail, healthcare, financial services, and technology. And here are some of the known names, including Humana, Capital One, Mattress Firm, some of the major clients who we deal with today. As a trusted Microsoft partner, we collaborate closely to bring like cutting edge solutions that will help organization modernize their data strategy. Through this partnership, we also gain early insights into Microsoft's latest innovation that will ensure our clients to stay ahead of most advanced tools and best practices, whether it's implementing Microsoft Fabric for data management or integrating AI-powered analytics. We work hand in hand with Microsoft to deliver measurable impact. So we work on like multiple Microsoft products, not just limited to Azure, Power BI, Microsoft Fabric, Purview, and also we work on like other Microsoft products like CRM, BizTalk, SQL Server, so on and so forth. We represent the data and AI practice here at Royal Cyber. We have more than 30 plus certified consultants on Microsoft Fabric, especially. Most of them are like DP 600 and DP 700 certified consultants. We also have our consultants certified on Azure, Dynamics, Microsoft 365 Power Platform. So we also are proud to collaborate along with Microsoft. We do this day-long workshops along with Microsoft. It's called like dashboard in a day, fabric analyst in a day, real-time intelligence in a day. These are all like a day-long workshops. We do this alongside with Microsoft. So before getting deep into this Microsoft Fabric, let's talk about a little bit about the challenges what we face in like traditional data management system. Right, data is growing at an unprecedented pace. Like we know that many companies struggle with managing it efficiently. So let's explore some of the key issues that are slowing down decision making and impacting business growth. AI is transforming the world. We all know this, and this is not like futuristic concept. It's like transforming industries today, from automation to predictive analytics. AI is making business smarter, faster, and more efficient. But if AI needs one crucial element to function effectively, that is data. Data is the fuel that powers AI, and AI can only be as good as the data that feeds it. Right, high quality, well-maintained data is essential for training AI models and driving intelligent business decisions. The real challenge is ensuring this data is accessible, clean, and structured for AI to deliver meaningful insights. So that's where we are seeing like Fabric coming into place and helping organizations do that. Here is an interesting fact. This highlights like how crucial or how critical data management has become in today's business landscape. So it is estimated that 90% of world's data was generated in like last 2 years. So we can take an example of a simple weather app that we probably use like in our day to day, it collects like so much of information from you, and to store this information and process this information, it needs storage and capacity. Despite AI's potential, many organizations are not fully prepared to leverage it. That's the truth, right? Siloed data, inefficient process, and high costs are preventing business from unlocking AI's full capabilities. So let's take a closer look at key challenges companies are facing today. Have you ever experienced a bottleneck or like because of slowdown, which could have slowed down your decision making? If you have this bottleneck, don't worry, you're not alone. So here are some of the major challenges in today's world, like increasing cost, the, teams operating in silos, inefficiencies, absence or advanced analytical competencies, like scalability issues. So these are all part of the traditional data management system. Right. The burden of increasing the cost, right? Managing data is getting expensive, and cost comes from multiple areas, maybe like legacy systems which request costly maintenance and upgrades, storing large volumes of data. With data is getting added up very quickly, so storing large volumes of data is also expensive. And to operate on the legacy systems, you have to hire or retain like skilled IT professionals, which is another significant expense. These costs often spiral out of control if not managed effectively. Some of the process inefficiencies in data process, that will slow down decision making and impact productivity. Data silos make collaboration difficult, and as teams struggle to access the same information, so people start a team creating their own databases, their own tables, so not trying to use the already created tables and databases. So these inefficiencies will create roadblocks to business agility. Even with data in hand, many organizations lack the tools to extract the real value out of it, like limited analytics capabilities, which will make it very harder to uncover insights of it. Like if you have like a poor visualization, like poor visualization tools, that can lead to misinterpretation or underutilization of your data. And without predictive capabilities, companies struggle to anticipate trends and make proactive decisions. This leads to missed opportunities, and it also slows the innovation. And also, as business growth, their data infrastructure must also scale along with them. However, like many organizations still struggle and can't keep up with the increased data flow, or the existing infrastructure may not be able to handle growing data volumes, or it also slows down as data demand increases. Scaling efficiently is very crucial for long-term success of the organization. Now that we have talked about all the issues we have in like traditional data management system, let's now talk about the solution for for all these problems. To talk more about the solution, I would like to hand this to Abhishek, who is our data and AI specialist. Abhishek, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Alex, for the beautiful introduction and setting the context. Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome and good afternoon. I see a lot of you joining us today, and I'm really excited because this data challenge concept is very close to me, because in past 3 to 4 years, especially last 3 to 4 years, I have seen tremendous growth when it comes to data modernization, if I might say, because before what most of the people would be talking about would be SQL Server or scaling up SQL Server, or creating their own in-house or cloud databases. But now the challenge is totally different. So the battlefield is totally different, and now everyone is moving from siloed data set or cloud-based data set to making data-driven organization. So that's the keyword, the data-driven organization, or making everything aligned to business needs. In fact, to be talking more about it, before IT or data team used to work as a support function, but now you are actually a business stakeholder. You work hands in hand with the business team, with the management, and then strive to get the best business intelligence out of the existing raw data. So without a further ado, let me just quickly proceed and share with you a few of the solutions. So this is photo where you see a lot of small snippets, micro logos. So what do you think this is? Is this just some? Uh, so this is exactly what the current data or AI landscape look like. These small logos are individual companies or startups in themselves. These are all just solutions. So now you see this is so confusing. For everything you have one solution. There are so many LLMs, so much data coming in everywhere. So what to choose? Okay, so today is this workshop or this webinar would be covering that part, that from having an option of multiple analytics service or disconnected data sources or isolated application, or an aspiration to add AI to existing capabilities. Now we'll be talking about Microsoft Fabric, which offers you unified stack, all your siloed data in one place, one single data repository. That's single source of truth, how we call it. Your entire data estate being maintained in a unified fashion, and then the best part, AI being offered on top of it, as an embedded offering. So because we have a couple of things to cover, I'll be a little faster from here. So this is the essence of Fabric. More than technology, I would talk more about the benefits or the solutions. So first, it is a complete end-to-end analytics platform. When I say analytics, it offers complete data management right there, from the data munching or initial data ingestion, connecting various sources to getting to the final and most refined business intelligence. Second, it's the lake centric, that is everything getting towards one data source, that is OneLake. Third, it is highly meant for empowering every business user. And fourth, as I said, it offers AI just on top of it. So this is a quick snippet. I would want everyone to have a quick glance at it, because this, just make this snapshot in your minds, pop up in your minds, and so that it will give you the whole essence. So we have data factory, we have data engineering, we have data warehouse, we have data science, we have real-time intelligence, which is now the talk of the town. Instead of going the batch analysis mode, we have real-time intelligence, Power BI, who needs an introduction. And also, very recently, Microsoft Fabric has introduced SQL databases. So now with that addition, it becomes a 360-degree data management platform. One more important thing to look here is an AI, these three realms at the bottom. These are the foundation layers. One, as I say, AI is embedded in all these offerings. Second, OneLake, because that's the single source of truth or the unified repository on which all of this sits upon. And then Purview, which offers top of the line data governance, security, and compliance, including GDPR or any other global compliances. So now this is the beauty, that Fabric has solution for all personas. Whether you are a data engineer, you're a data scientist, you are a data analyst, you are a Power BI programmer, developer, or just a simple business user, Fabric offers solution for everyone. So this is, as I mentioned, for Data Factory, what it means is it is unifying your complete data ecosystem. It has got 300 plus data transformation and connectors available. So you can connect your offline SQL servers or MySQL servers, or maybe online Azure SQL or Postgres. So there are like hundreds of possible variations, or your SAP, or your Salesforce, and 10 other offerings on top of it. So Data Factory is that tool which will integrate and which will set the pipelines, which will set the connections to bring all the data in a one unified interface. Data engineering, again, where you leverage Apache Spark platform for complete ETL and complete data manipulation. Then you have data warehouse. No one needs that introduction, but again, this is highly scalable data warehouse with Parquet or Delta Lake format, which is a little more technical. I won't, in the dearth of time, I won't go there. But again, this is by far one of the finest data formats possible because of the scalability, the speed and the agility, and then we have data science. Once you have all your data in one single repository, you can actually run machine learning algorithms, you can build predictive intelligence for your own organizations. And then we have Power BI. We know that already, right? The best in class data visualization tool. And then we have recently gotten introduced SQL, so SQL database in Fabric. Okay, I'll very quickly move forward, just having a quick understanding of how Fabric works. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. So we have various data sources. On the left, if you would see, you would have on-premise data, you would have cloud data, you would have ERP, CRM, or 10 other third-party tools. All of the data getting dumped or getting put into one single data lake that is called OneLake here. That's a single logical unified data lake. And from there, we have multiple extractions, maybe towards our data lake house. So one, you have unstructured, like you can ingest PDF, you can ingest videos, you can ingest Excel, JSON, CSV, anything, from any software for that matter. And then everything gets sequentially and logically in that manner, in a semantic fashion, gets transformed into a lake house. And from there, we do all the ETL or ELT, whichever we prefer. And then finally, we come to Power BI for the best in class business intelligence. So this is, and in between this, we have all the data, medallion architecture, bronze, silver, and gold. Now, this is all the leading, in fact, there's a very small list of the leading brands which Fabric, who are using Fabric for their end-to-end data management. Till now, they all, and by the way, so what essentially Fabric is, we also need to understand, it is an amalgamation of various tools which always existed. Like Fabric, like Power BI had been there for almost a decade, more than a decade now. We have Azure Data Factory, we have Synapse Data Engineering, we had data science. Now, what Fabric did is it brought all of them in a one single unified platform with advanced revisions. Like, for example, we had Azure Data Factory or the ADF, but when it got included in Fabric, it became Fabric Data Factory, which even offers a couple of things on top of it. Like, that's a further revision. So this is the journey of Fabric. We got it in the June 2023, hasn't yet completed just 1.5 years, and you already see so many growth patterns coming up. Like, close to 95% of Fortune 500 companies, like 485 out of 500 companies already use Power BI, and this is the strength of Fabric. So having said that, Fabric is very close to you as well. If you use Power BI in your ecosystem, Fabric is just one click away from you, right? It's very easy to toggle it. And this is what, is important feature. Almost every month or every other month, they come up with new revisions, new product updates, so that it is AI ready and AI friendly forever, with constant updates. Now, this is what I mentioned about databases, because most of you might already have on-prem or a couple of other data sources. So this is just one small 1-minute video, which I would just want everyone to pay heed to.
Microsoft Fabric's unified data platform now brings together all your data with Fabric databases. A new generation of autonomous databases that streamline application development. In seconds, provision and deploy a SQL database built upon the same proven industry-leading SQL Server engine, all on a simple and intuitive software-as-a-service platform. Spend less time on resource planning with auto-scaling compute and get fast, consistent app performance with automatic resource optimization and intelligent auto-indexing, all while working in your favorite tools like VS Code and GitHub. Accelerate innovation with AI-assisted T-SQL code generation and chat-based Copilot assistance. Create unique experiences with the help of built-in vector support and Azure AI integration. Finally, you can experience peace of mind with databases that are secured by default, have automated disaster recovery, high availability, and with all your data replicated to OneLake, accessible by Fabric's analytical engines. Building intelligent AI applications is faster and easier with autonomous Fabric databases, part of the unified Microsoft Fabric data platform.
Yep. So that was it. I'm sure you would have, it should have ring some bell in your minds that how we can use this Fabric and SQL databases for the transformation. And just very quick overview of industry solutions. So basically, if you are in any of these industries right now, they are coming up with new revisions as well. But if you are in ESG, environment sustainability or governance, and then if you are in healthcare, if you are in retail, then you have dedicated solutions from Fabric. Now, I would immediately jump into the three major elements as we discussed, that how it is an AI powered data platform. Um, if you really notice in the video, the Copilot actually could write SQL queries for you as well, right? Similarly, it could create Power BI dashboards for you, which I'll be just quickly covering. So we will be covering three quick elements. One is how the data platform is AI powered and helps you increase productivity. Second is how the AI ready data lake works, and third is how AI enable, basically Copilot on Power BI. So let's quickly move on to this. I would just, in the dearth of time, first we will be covering the AI on Fabric, that is Copilot on Fabric. So here we go.
Next generation AI in Microsoft Fabric empowers you to unlock the full potential of your data. With Copilot integrated into every data experience, Microsoft Fabric lets you use natural language to bring your data to life. From integrating data to writing code to finding insights and creating reports, new transformative AI experiences work alongside you every step of the way so you can stay focused on getting value from your data. Copilot helps turn your words into data flows and data pipelines so you can intelligently integrate data from anywhere. When writing code, Copilot automatically suggests code and entire functions in real time, and Copilot can guide you to create machine learning models to unlock insights in your data. Just by chatting with Copilot, you can visually explore your data to create stunning reports, discover insights, and summarize your data into easy to understand text narratives for sharing. With Copilot, you can turn insight into action with triggers that monitor your data and notify users. You can even create your own custom natural language experiences that combine Azure OpenAI models and your organization's data, and easily publish your creations as plugins. And with your data in Fabric, Copilot provides insights and answers everywhere work gets done. Most importantly, Microsoft Cloud runs on trust, which means your data always remains your data. Bring your data into the era of AI with Microsoft Fabric.
Yeah, so that was it. Now, uh, I think one of the most important thing which I would need to lay focus on was trust and security. Because when I keep consulting a lot of enterprises, one of the biggest thing they say, Abhishek, we are really concerned about our data, how our employees are using AI by going to ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity, or any other third-party tool, and they kind of publish our internal sources or like the PDFs, the agreements to get summarized information. Now that is possibly a huge disaster, because this is how you are leaking, or you are actually serving your enterprise data as a fodder for LLM learning. Now, to avoid all of that, we have enterprise AI, and when this fabric or all the data within your own fabric tenancy remains your data, so it doesn't go anywhere else for the learning or the tuning purpose, and it remains your own enterprise proprietary setup. So just to have a quick hand raises from all of you. So by the way, there's a chat option and hand raise option here. How many of you are already excited and can foresee, yes, this thing can really help us transform our existing data practices? Can I have some quick chat or comments or hand raises? Okay, great. So if you want to raise your hands, we can even unmute you, or you can just type in the chat also. Okay, great. I'm seeing a couple of you. Thank you, thank you. This is quite exciting. As I see that you already see the value of this. Okay, let's quickly move on to the next part, that how this OneLake concept is the next big thing. So basically, OneLake is the OneDrive for data. We all have OneDrive or the SharePoint in our enterprise. That is how OneLake would be for your data estate. It is basically a single SaaS lake for the whole organization. You have single open format for all your workloads to store and query. And then there's automatic indexing for MIP, PIIs, so that you are also covered with the governance and compliance and security part of it. So if I move forward, this is how it would look like. So if you have a quick look at it, you have your 365 Copilot, your Microsoft Excel, your Teams, your Power Platform data, Power BI, Copilot, Azure AI, and then you can actually club your Azure, AWS, GCP, cloud storage, Dataverse, Databricks, Snowflakes, on-premise. So you name it, and that could be brought in one lake. And that's the beauty. You can have it a single integrated data lake. Quickly moving forward, this is some snippets like 21 billion interactions every day are happening on Fabric, and that's a phenomenal, data parameter. And this is, again, as I mentioned, is one of the main USP, that it is totally secure and governed. As you would see, it is ISO certified, SOC certified, and now FedRAMP certified also. So it's, totally governed and covered. So your data is safe. And now moving on to the third and the last part of it, how AI, in fact, this is going to be a magic moment, or like I'm sure most of you would get excited when we get here, because this is Copilot on Power BI. So with just okay, let's have a quick hand raise, or if you can just again type in the chat, who all are the Power BI users here? Okay, great, great. Nice. So I see, many of you using Power BI. So let's quickly move on to how we can make Copilot and make use of Copilot in Power BI. So as we know that Power BI impacts all these business functions, the executive summary, sales, project management. So now with Power BI, the Copilot on Power BI, you can just simply chat with that. Like for example, 52% Copilot users found it really handy, and it helps them design dashboards very quickly. So this is what I would do.
Here I am on the Power BI homepage, and up here in the right corner, you might notice a new Copilot icon. And this is here because we're creating a new, fully immersive Copilot experience for discovering and exploring data. In the experience, I'm greeted by lots of suggested prompts to get me going, and I can quickly start chatting with Copilot. Let's ask how many new loyalty program members we've added in the last month. I don't have to open up a specific Power BI report or know where to look for the data. Copilot automatically finds the best answer across everything I have access to. It looks like we've added about 900 new members. More importantly, Copilot is providing a full description of the reasoning it used and a citation of where it got its answer from, so I can verify the data as needed. I can also ask a follow-up question in the chat. Let's break this down by the source of the members. And just like that, Copilot has given me a chart with new members by source. And I can ask different types of questions as well. Let's get a list of the top members who have an anniversary this month, and Copilot has given me the list. But again, the great thing here is that I'm not constrained by needing to know what report to use. From this one spot, I can ask about any data. For example, let's ask which managers have the most open positions. And this time, Copilot has found a good answer from our HR model. And beyond asking for specific data, I can also use Copilot to help me find relevant reports more quickly. Let's ask for the best report related to our customer loyalty program. And here, Copilot has given me a list of 3 interesting reports and a summary of each. Let's open the loyalty program analytics report, and you can see the Copilot experience is carrying over here as well. So now I can ask deep dive questions right here inside the report. For example, let's get a few bullet points for a status email that I need to write. And in a couple of seconds, Copilot has given me some great insights I can copy and use. In this sneak peek of our new immersive Copilot experience, you've seen how we're making it easier than ever to discover data and insights using Copilot in Power BI.
Yeah, so that was it. In fact, one of the most important features which my clients use in Power BI Copilot is they would like literally type, "Hey, can you create a dashboard of top four sales performer or city-wise revenue or country-wise sales or inventory?" And right on the prompts, it would create dashboard. So it's like Chat GPT for Power BI, and that's the beauty of Copilot, and it works really impressive. So quickly moving on, you know, so we know Power BI offers a unified data culture. So that's analytics for the organization. And as we have transactional analytical databases or data setups, now the world is moving towards translytical. Okay, so let's move to the quick next agenda. That's how do we save cost with Microsoft Fabric. So as you would see that currently, you are spending on-premise or SaaS-based cloud storage, and then there's a different licensing computation. And if you do the data engineering part, then you pay additionally or separately for other engineering tools, for example, ADF or otherwise. Fabric actually offers you a very simplified and a unified payment mechanism. So it has two components. One is storage, very, very dirt cheap price. I mean, I would say 2 cents per GB, and that too on hosted over cloud. And then compute, it's basically it charges you as per your usage, like this. So compute, whether you use data factory or engineering or warehouse, data science or Power BI, everything you are being charged for your consumption. That's it. And storage, the amount of content you store. So this way you are able to these are the benefits, like the purchasing or the management is easy. It's very flexible. For example, if you did not use any pipeline this week or this month, then you are not charged for that. You are actually just charged for the actual usage. So there's a balancing, there's a throttling, there is a smoothing just because of this. So a few of our customers have actually seen up to 28 to 35% price drop month on month. So that is how they have been able to scale up and scale down their monthly billings. Now, this is a one important feature, that's surge protection. So one of the that was an unfortunate incident, although one of our clients' reference, they actually got 10,000 some $100 bill from GCP, and the usual billing per month was $150 for that person. That was a SMB, small client. The reason, because they just forgot and ran one code which will manipulate and use the Azure GCP consumption, and you see the surge in the pricing, monthly billing. And this is where the surge will protect you, in your monthly billing. And very quickly moving forward is the customer case studies, like who needs an introduction for Zeiss. And once they deployed Fabric, they were actually able to unify their global infrastructure. Like they were able to build a single data state. So if you look at the left side, they have been using 365, Power BI, Synapse, Fabric, complete ADLS storage. Then this is another a famous client from New Zealand, and again they have driven some phenomenal outputs after Fabric deployment. Same goes for Milliman. So if you want some more customer stories, happy to discuss those in person, maybe some clients from your specific industries. So next steps, if you wish to evaluate Fabric in your organization, this is how we can help. So we are core Fabric user group members. So basically we get to know the insider sneak peeks even before that's released in the public. Secondly, we are very close to achieving feature Fabric partner title. That's the most elite partner tier to work in the world of Fabric. And then third is we have delivered, just in 1.5 years of Fabric coming in, we have delivered more than 17 projects on Fabric modernization and detail analytics. And this is just Fabric, not including Power BI or ADF or those kind of transformations. So just for the attendees of this webinar, to make it real quick, we are offering a data landscape assessment, which you usually do, and it includes an infrastructure review where we evaluate your current data, existing system, data silos. Then we review your data quality. So this is all assessment service, falls under our assessment service. We assess the accuracy, consistency, latency, system landscape. Then we do the performance in assessment and testing. We we just actually drive the scalability challenges and processing. And then importantly, we do the compliance around say GDPR or any other governance laws or local laws, and around the ISO or security measures. And importantly, we also assess the tools around future readiness. Is your platform or is your latest or existing deployments AI ready? So for all of this, we our listed price, official listed price is $1,500, which our clients pay. But because we are really thankful that all of you attended this webinar, and just for the webinar attendees, we are offering a complimentary data landscape assessment, which would include all these 5 offerings from our end. We would have our data scientists, data engineers, and business analysts have a peep into your system. So please feel free to explore our prowess and make the best of this offering. Now, I will just quickly move on to question and answers. Firstly, if after this workshop, after this webinar, if you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to write to fabric@royalcyber.com, and our team would get back to you. Now, I'm also open to question and answers. Feel free to drop in the chat or in the question section, and then should be able to answer this.
Yeah, let's give a couple of minutes, Abhishek,
Sure.
for the questions to come in.
Okay, sure.
Okay, there is the first question from Jason, where he says, like, we have already made investment. How can we still use Fabric?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. And this might be a challenge with a couple of other people as well who have recently or in the past done an investment. See, it depends. Honestly, it depends. Like what type of investments you have done and what is your future roadmap. But with Fabric, it's not that you would have to migrate or lift or shift everything. It is like we can have a modular look at it, and then with the Fabric's trial offer, we can even look at the cost saving. For example, the investments that you have done, do they make more sense, or migrating to Fabric makes more sense in shorter and longer time span? So we can have that. Again, we would be happy to do all of that assessment as a complimentary service if you would want to explore. So Jason, feel free to write into Fabric at Royal Cyber, and our team would get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, and also a follow-up question on that, Abhishek. Do we still need to migrate or create lakehouse?
Okay, so there are 2 things. Like firstly, if you have siloed data sets, in fact, how the whole data schema works is you would need to dump everything in one lake, and then that becomes your single source of truth or a single repository, and you can leverage that. So yeah, so I think in that case, but if you have already made one, then we can replicate it in Fabric platform. So no need doing the same efforts.
Okay.
Any other questions we have?
Second question was from Lisa. She was like, we do not have data teams like data scientists or machine learning engineers in-house.
Yeah.
Can we still leverage Fabric, and how can we deploy Fabric?
Absolutely. In fact, that is the most my personal favorite, because most of the clients I meet with, either they are an SMB or a mid-level, a mid-market enterprise. So what they have is they have a total data team of 5, 10, or max of 15 members. They don't have data scientists. They don't have the complete data team there. So firstly, this platform itself is very intuitive, very easy to use, very user-friendly. And as you know, you saw Copilot, right? You really need to just know how to use Copilot, and I think half of the work it would do for you. And then secondly, IT services from like ours comes into the picture, where we help you with end-to-end consulting, implementation, and the value delivery. So feel free to discuss with us, and we should be able to help you. And don't worry about the data team, honestly, because no one wants to invest that much into team building. They would rather use tools like Fabric, Snowflake, Databricks, and just leverage what they are offering on top, including the automation. Yeah, I hope that answers.
Yes. The last question which we will take for today is from Arjun. He has around he got like all the data sources, like maybe structured or unstructured, and now how can it exist or coexist in this in one realm?
Oh, that's brilliant. Actually, that's the genesis of OneLake, or what I say Lakehouse. If you remember in the very beginning, I said whether Excel, PDFs, PowerPoints, videos, text files, all these are examples of unstructured data formats. Then you have semi like JSON or XML files, and then you have structured databases like SQL database and all. So all of these can sit into one single data repository. That's OneLake. And then we have a medallion architecture also, where we refine it from bronze, silver, and gold. And also we can build lake house. So the talk of the town nowadays is lake house. So what it does is it blends the benefits of data lake, that is a structured format, with on top of a data lake. So basically data lake is like, as we, as the name suggests, all the data getting dumped like as is. So on data lake we build a layer called lake house. So that is basically we can run top of the line analytics even on unstructured data sets. So that's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Okay, we have other questions coming in, but in essence of the time, we will answer them separately. We will talk to them, directly over the phone and get them answered.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks everyone. Thanks for spending your 49 minutes with us, as I just see on my timer. And once again, I hope you found value in this presentation, and looking forward to having any questions or chats regarding Fabric. Stay well and take care. Goodbye.